the Oasis control of XZ on the McCree that shut down X6. Meta Athena probably not going to be playing that same playstyle here on Oasis.
We'll see what these guys are going to bring to the table as we're already loaded up for game number 1, getting straight into it here as we start things off on City Center. Timer ticking down. Architect going to be swapping over onto that Sombra. It seems like Innovation maybe sticking with the Pharah.
Okay, so Architect is on the Sombra, so no surprise with that. We did see Innovation try to run this Pharah on Nepal, so that is their control strategy, at least on the open parts of the map. Obviously here on City Center, you have a lot more room to use the Pharah. Great success so far.
In a fantastic position here for Innovation to start chunking them out. Can't get any kills to come through to help open up the point for the side of Athena, but he's still doing some serious work with these hits going through onto the Winston. Spam coming out from Bebe to help keep No Spite topped up as he is still dangerously low, hovering around at 50% HP here. They just focus fire in, but the hack's gonna come down. Innovation has to hit the ground. Luckily lands there on that little ledge, so he's not quite down and dirty here with the rest of the squad, but Sensam's gonna get knocked out of that mech to start things off. Architect going in, looking for another hack.
It's a little bit weird that he's able to get that hack. Must have done it from the high ground using Translocator there. Coalescence coming through.
It's very rapid, so can get that just off of jumping up into the air, and Luckby will be going down here to start off this game. Innovation already with the barrage could turn things around here for his team. Luckby going to be coming back in. Songfu's going down, however, so Meta Athena still going to be suffering the losses. They kite back, and X6 will take the first cap here on the point.
It's a story I have to keep telling. If you can't get kills with the Pharah, doing damage is just going to build support ultimates for your opponent. Bebe has still a 50% ult lead. He used his ultimate, and Dispy still doesn't have his just yet. Can't do as much with the Pharah with the Moira.
That's going to be the EMP coming through here from Architect. They go for it, and Chris is going to be the first one that dies with that Valkyrie available, and then Luckby follows suit shortly thereafter, as does Dispy with no tank. No Pharah now as Architect just kills Innovation.
Architect struggled to get anything done with the Sombra until he had that Translocator to hack Innovation. Once Innovation's damaged or removed, they dove in, won that first fight, and then flipped the point. Now they can remain in control because Meta Athena can never get into position to use this barrage. He's holding it for a long time for a reason. He just can't quite find the opportunity he's looking for.
Well, this is going to be the big tester. All 6 ultimates available here for Meta Athena. If they can't make something work here, then I think they just lose out. And Innovation will go down before he can use the barrage. Songfu's found nothing off the backside of that pulse bomb. It's just going to be those dueling coalescences coming through from both sides. Everybody staying topped up, nobody going down. Innovation will be res back through here from Chris. He's got to try to get a little bit of damage in onto the Pharah. Cannot finish him off. Dashes around the side, has to be forced to use the recall, but then just turns straight in here onto Sansam to pop him out of that mech. Self-destruct not going to get used. Riaz just goes ahead and kills that Baby Diva. To the barrage, manages to claim the lives of 2, but Meta Athena are still going to be losing overall as the point keeps ticking up.
They used everything but the self-destruct, even the Valkyrie, the res. This is not looking good, as that's actually a potentially desynced respawn on Luckby. He does get away. Could have been even worse. Now they control his choke point. Architect's going to hide. They don't see him.
The hack.
Translocate away.
He'll jump back. Get topped right back up here. Architect doing some serious work for the side of X6. And they still have the sound barrier to maintain their hold over this point. Roki's going to pop it, keeps Baby alive, and now he's got the coalescence ready to go. Can just chain these together if need be, but no, not necessary at all. Nobody can get over to the point.
Yeah, they kept him out of the point. That's why, as you said, Meta Athena needed to use their 6 ultimates to get the flip. They couldn't do it. Innovation's Rocket Barrage never found a window outside of D-Matrix until the very end, where his team had already been dead. He wanted to make a switch, but it didn't matter. And he was killed on the ground by Godspeed's Tracer in that situation. Tracer barely died at the end, but if Godspeed aimed like 1/10th better than what he did, he would have actually survived too, because the bar was super low when he died. The rockets connected. But if this were the X6 we had to live with for the rest of this season, with Godspeed back on the Tracer and Architect playing the Sombra, I feel like X6 would have a better time. We know this isn't going to be true, this is not going to be the case, but for Architect to be on this position, it means that X6 doesn't have to have Godspeed on it. He was struggling on it. And Godspeed, I don't know if he's living up to Timeboy right now, but he's certainly getting close.
He's doing a pretty damn good job so far. Architect looks for yet another hack, but they dip around the corner before he can get that one off. Now finds it onto the Winston. He's gonna try to keep him contained. Point unlocking in 5 seconds. Nobody going down yet. X6 is going to be hungry for it, feeling good. After that City Center win, Godspeed goes forward, and Architect is actually going to go down, but they trade back there for Disme. So for Zenyatta, I think X6 is going to be pretty happy with that exchange, and Chris is also going to go down as Rhea chases forward, pops the rockets, tries to get a bit of damage in, but can't finish anybody off. He will fall, and then Athena actually win the overall fight, and now we're going to be looking to take over this point. Bebe tries to fade out, tries to get over to the side, but just can't go far enough. He'll get taken down, and Meta do manage to get the first cap this time around. As I say that though, Architect does delay. They stop this from going through, and the rest of the team is joining in. And Innovation actually got picked off.
Yeah, Innovation got picked off. We saw a lot of kills from Godspeed. This pulse bomb doesn't actually get the kill.
What a turn.
I mean, you know, it looked like Meta Athena had this controlled no matter what. Like, they killed so many more than X6. They basically got better trades in that first fight. Then X6 got a few picks with Godspeed, and Meta Athena was never able to regroup. Here comes the Coalescence to again corral them away. This push is completely shut down.
Disme goes down. They're trying to keep alive. Seems like things are going to go well there as well. Snow Smite. Everyone's going to get topped up, and they will just go yet again, just trade out Architect. As X6 maintains control of the point. Nice bubble there. Does help Songboo's reposition, but he doesn't have much left here on this Tac Visor, and everybody just goes around the corner here into the point, just avoiding this Soldier 76. Lockbeat popping the Primal Rage, tries to create some disruption here, tries to knock X6 out, isolates some members so they can actually get the kills, but so far just hasn't been doing anything for them, and Luckbeat will just inevitably go down.
I can empathize with Songboo's why he wanted to use Attack Visor there, because getting onto the high ground is just so unlikely to occur when you're up against Godspeed and Architect, this DPS duo in this roster tonight that you didn't expect to encounter. Architect of all people showing up to play in Contenders tonight. He tries to pop the Attack Visor lower when he feels like D.Va's got her Defense Matrix on cooldown, but they're just never able to find an angle. He couldn't do anything with it, and they tried to force it. Then it ended up shooting at the ground half the time. So wasteful. It's back up at 76%, but that was a huge tool they've lost.
Architect's around the backdrop, set that EMP, and Disme will go down. No shielding. He's dead. Songboo's just going to jump off the map. Seems like Meta Athena calling for the full retreat so he can get one more push to try to take away this objective, but maybe we just see double 100% here for X6 for the first time in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we knew this might be a one-sided match here, but getting spawn camped right now is not what Meta Athena had in mind.
This is where Meta excelled, however, though, in their match. You think that Control was where they were dominant, and then they fell flat from there. But here, it's just not looking great at all. Bebe pops that Coalescence. Everybody topped up, everybody retreating here as a unit. You see X6 communicating well so far. No Spike goes low, but he's got the orb. He's got the left.
This time.
We're into it. 99%. They have to tag in. Songboo's coming around the backside. As that Tac Visor ready to go, we'll start firing away. Should be able to find Roki. Does take him down, but needs so much more than that if they want to flip the point. No Smite dead as well. A decent start for Meta Athena, but it's not without their own losses. This means dead, no tanks available, and this might just be double 100% here for the first time in Contenders Korea Season 1. Meta Athena struggling so very much. Pulse Bomb here from Innovation has to do some serious work. He tosses it out, he'll get chased down before he can even get that health back.
Rama grabs a kill here, but he can't get on the point, and this was our most one-sided control we have seen in this tournament. Two 100s to 0s. I have some questions for what we're seeing from Meta Athena. We talked about how Innovation's best hero, from what I saw in Trials, in my opinion, and I think most would agree, I've talked to YBT about this, best hero is the Soldier. Instead, you know, we have swaps here with Songboo's on the Soldier, he's playing the Tracer. Perhaps he's trying to improve his Tracer so they can have more flexible composition. Maybe that's something he's working on right now. They forced the Soldier, then try to make it happen, and it just wasn't coordinated. When you run a Soldier on this map, which is, by the way, not meta at all, we do not see that ever on Oasis in Korea at the moment, you have to be coordinated enough to focus a D.Va to pop Attack Visor. If you're going to attack on the ground, the D.Va's got to be dead. If you're going to attack on the high ground, your team's got to be with you. They've got to all be on the same page. Instead, Songboo's, you can see what happened. It was actually almost comical. He ran up to the high ground, saw that he didn't have the angle he wanted, so he jumped down alone. And it looked very much to me that the team was not on the same page with him. He was not communicating where he was. He snuck around the backside, hoping that maybe in the chaos of battle, his Tac Visor would do a lot there. But immediately, immediately, you just see the D.Va come to him like a magnet. And he's just, again, his second Tac Visor of the point is completely shut down. The Soldier usage here, it's creative. And we saw someone who did understand where he needed to be positionally. But unfortunately, just was not successful against this fantastic dive from Architect.
Yeah, I mean, You did a good job of summarizing. I can't really say much else other than X6 just kind of clapped them at Athena. This was the map that I was expecting they would look pretty dominant on. I thought maybe they would just be able to take away Oasis, but yeah, no, not at all. Didn't run the Sombra. Architect just ripped them apart, especially on City Center, and then it was just a wash on both of those maps, and now you really have to worry for Meta moving forward, even with their map picks, because it didn't help them in their first series versus Blossom. You have to be concerned for them with Architect here on this roster. I'm sure that X6 has some questions as well after this matchup. They will have some moving forward. They're probably going to make a call, you know, call up San Francisco, be like, hey, can we actually keep him, please? Like, we were looking really good with Architect still on the roster. Can we just cancel the deal? Can he just stay in Korea forever?
Yeah, Architect is...
That's got to be a Twitch
He's
spam
kind
now.
of been one of the... I think quietly one of the best Genji players ever.
Oh,
I mean, in Apex.
Yeah, his Genji was always just so excellent. I mean, he kind of was in the shadow of the larger names such as Arhan during his peak, as well as, you know, Haksal. But
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of...
He's always been very good.
He's always had, like, I think some struggles with his teammates not being able to support him as well as he needed. As we are headed to Numbani here, the map pick of Meta Athena.
Who are you? Another one. I have to go ahead and give a shout out to him, of course.
But it's interesting that Architect shows up to play today. I don't think anybody expected this. I certainly had no idea that he would actually be showing up for the starting lineup today. But we're headed to Numbani. This is Meta Athena's first pick of Hybrid. They lost on Hollywood, which was actually Blossom's map pick. They wanted to use those line of sights for the Ons or his Widow. But let's see what they try to run here now as we head into Numbani. They can try to play that Soldier again on this map and set up a defensive anti-dive setup on point A to try to control that using the long-range hit scan we talked so much about with Innovation. But in this case today, Songboo's is the one who's running the Soldier. So let's see how they try to utilize the defense here. Of course, attack or defense first, that will be the choice of X6, but the sober play of Architect was fantastic. He got in the backline, harassed a lot. Godspeed did his best Time Boy impersonation, and it worked pretty well. They were able to get more consistent kills, and it felt like because the Soldier was so ineffective that they were playing with only one DPS on the side of Meta Athena.
Well, the Meta fans are certainly dedicated. Not sure if they are just Meta Org fans or if they're specifically Meta Athena fans. If they are, then God bless. Sticking through them thick and thin.
Well, look at this. Not only are they running the Soldier with Songboo's again, they're running it on the attacks with the Pharah. So Soldier Pharah, not triple DPS. We have seen sometimes on attack on this map in Apex, especially in Season 3, but just going to be trying to split the attention. The Pharah is going to draw the attention of the Ana away, and they're going to try to get the Soldier onto the high ground.
I mean, this is just another situation where this hack's going to come through. Innovation has to hit the ground. He's just getting sprayed down, even with a pocket mercy. Still almost falls, but Songboo's does manage to take out Bebe, so a nice little prize there for them as they try to work their way in onto the point. Bubble going to get popped. And everybody from X6 starting to kite back away. This is going to be free time on the point here for Meta Athena as they already get that first tick.
They shouldn't have any long-range hit scan. That was their one chance to deal with the Pharah consistently. Pretty sure some Helix Rockets damage coming through to actually get the kill onto Bebe. One last contest here, but the high ground's already taken.
Yeah, they're trying to stop this one from coming through. Godspeed going to get traded out as Songboo's finds the kill, but Luckby also dies and Sunset has been popped out of that neck. No Smite will also fall, and Rhea is just in that Baby Diva form, so not getting too much work done, so it seems like this will inevitably just be a cap here from Meta Athena.
You get Songboo's on the high ground, theoretically, as long as he doesn't miss his shots, then this is just going to be the end of the point. We'll see if they stick with Innovation on this Pharah, maybe until he gets the Rocket Barrage off. This is something they could do, but again, Songboo's going to go up here, try to control this high ground. He's doing it alone at the moment, trying to sneak around. So this is going to be an opportunity for X6 to shut this point down while they still are running the Pharah, but without long-range hit scan, and now they don't even have the Ana, it's not going to be easy. And I think that Meta Athena will be happy to keep running this if it's just going to be Architect and Godspeed on these heroes that don't have long range.
Yeah, this is going to be fine as they move through the screen space. Once they get towards point C, that's when things can be a little bit more difficult. But Architect, wow, jumps back with 3 HP and Innovation. And Disney will just go ahead off the side. Meta Athena just going to go ahead execute themselves and just get ready for the reset. Still plenty of ultimates to utilize, including that Valkyrie, so Disney can just stay out of range of pretty much everybody here unless Architect can get that hack off.
Yeah. All right, no smite up here, controlling this high ground. It's a weird angle there. They are going to keep this far for that one last barrage. Again, Rhea is going to be the MVP. He's going to be the one who needs to shut this down, just like last time.
Valkyries pop, they're moving forward. They have all 5 other ultimates ready to go. X6 looking for the hold, and Godspeed sneaking around the back, just trying to play as quietly as possible to get that cheeky pulse bomb into the backside, trying to get the multi-kill. See if he can. Self-destruct goes up there from Rhea, looking for a pop, but seems like he's not going to be getting a whole lot out of that one. Sound barriers up from both sides, and Songbus will go down first and foremost in the fight. Godspeed yet again cracking in, looking to take down Chris. Hasn't been able to find him, so he'll just throw that pulse bomb in onto Lucky, but he pops the Primal Rage in time to stay alive and actually picks up Roki. As he will die, Architect finds him, no smite. The nicely timed leap will bring himself back in onto the map. Doesn't have to use the Primal Rage, but for now, Meta Athena seems like they will control the cart and they'll keep moving forward towards point B.
They needed to do more than this, though, I think. They got some staggered respawns, which means the X6 should be in position to defend this as long as they can grab, as long as they can just get here to go for a last-minute contest. They have the ult advantage. They need to get here, though. No Smite's late death and his lack of, he didn't use his Primal Rage is kind of an issue. But he just barely gets here in time. They have a lot of tools to slow this one down. This is by no means a completion just yet.
No Smite getting jumped on, has to pop that Primal to stay alive, and actually just takes down Luckby with a first swing. Smacking down the enemy Winston. Architect pushing forward, looking for a pick perhaps here on the Dismi. We'll just get a bit of damage in, but defense matrix there from Sensem will go ahead and defend quite a bit of it. So he'll just jump back, but still has this ready to go. They still have the Tranquility, and now the Pulse Bomb as well.
Yeah, so Pulse here, he wants to look for a pick into the back line, and Songbus might be his best target, to be honest, with how aggressive he's positioned himself. Samsung's losing the trade. Oh, this one's going to be a disaster.
EMP is going to come through, but Godspeed does die first, but Sensem and Luckby both will go down. Sensem's just sitting in that Baby Diva form here for the moment. They maybe are going to be looking for that stagger, but no smite. He's just too far forward. No healing coming through, so he will get punished, and Baby is also dead.
Both Sansem and Luckby went way too far forward. Innovation's now killed with a huge staggered death, but they went way too far forward to try to buy space for Songbus to get into the high ground. He failed.
Songbus here, popping out with the attack visor, finds the Baby Diva, looking for a little bit more, gets Roki yet again. But he is always just latching in onto this Lucio. They have to take him down, and Meta Athena will push forward onto the cart. They'll ride this into B, and now they have 3 minutes, 18 seconds on the clock as they look to complete Nimbani.
So kills coming through there finally. This is the first successful attack buys for Songbus all series long, and he's had a few. Now just gonna help escort this cart around the corner. We will see the Pulse Bomb held for Innovation. Then we do see Godspeed make the switch over to McCree. They want to help burst down Luckby's aggressive Winston.
Bomb in, gets the Diva out of the mech. Innovation doing some nice work there. They'll just go ahead and trade the mechs coming through and the Baby Divas.
Transcendence
The
use.
Transcendence use, not the Tranquility, as I usually do end up calling it with the slip-ups. We'll go forward and they'll take down Luckby as well.
I always
save off the push.
I always call it Tranquility because I cast Malfurion and Heroes of the Storm.
Well, there's Heroes of the Storm, I'm a World of Warcraft player, and then Zenyatta literally says experience Tranquility, so sometimes I end up saying that one.
Oh man, this is a huge stagger on Songbus, and it's going to be on Chris. Why
Luckby, you just got to get out of there now.
Like, he has Primal Rage, Luckby does, but like, there's no reason to pop it here. They need to reset. This is all about bursting down the Diva so that Godspeed can blow people up with this McCree, bursting down Luckby. Luckby's going to need to use Primal Rage if he wants to get into position here. They baited him there.
Architect in a weird spot there as he tries to go for the hack. It's going to be No Smite dropping in from above. Pulse Bomb finds two. Rhea knocked out. Architect goes down. No Smite has to use the Primal Rage. He's just chasing them up into the corner, smacking them around. Can he make it out of here with his life is going to be the question, and the answer is going to be no. Everybody just piling in around him. Doesn't matter how angry you are, but if you're surrounded like that by several members of Meta, they will be able to take you down with those Discord orbs.
Even with the kill onto Architect, the faster respawn comes through. This is suicidal, what we're watching Luckby do right now. He's trying to force his way through to buy time. Great hack here.
Suicidal, it's going to be Architect with the hack comes through. The Deadeye will just go ahead and help eliminate two, and Godspeed is starting to pop off with the McCree triple kill coming through off the backside of that ultimate. Beautifully executed. Architect paid for that one with his life. Now we're going to get to see the famed Genji come through from him, but Godspeed just set him up perfectly to be able to get that Deadeye in.
I mean, the Deadeye was great, but no, we're seeing just discoordinated dives or uncoordinated dives from Meta Athena. I don't want to call them discoordinated because that would imply X6 made that the case. Obviously, the hack was amazing there from Architect, but Luckby there was on a completely different page, thinking he could 1v2 there, the pocketed McCree, wasted so much of his health, used his Primal Rage, and Song was still never able to get into position. This is the problem that they had against Blossom, and it shows yet again here tonight.
Innovation goes low. Architect already built up to 60% for this Dragon Blade, by the way. Just been firing away straight up the hallway, getting multiple shots in. Now is looking for that discorded soldier, but can't chase into Song Boost. That would be suicidal. Doesn't want to pay for that one with his life. A couple hits in on Innovation as he just keeps rapidly dashing around. He's trying to find an in. He's trying to find a way to get that pull spot into the backside, but you can see Architect and Godspeed are just hounding Innovation at every single turn.
Yeah, well, Architect is about to have that Dragon Blade with that Transcendence to pair. Songboost is still holding on to that visor. There's no high ground he can really grab. He can try to go for a flank, but it's so risky right now. Luckily, wasted that Primal earlier, remember. He's going to come in here right now. I don't know if this is the right time. They've got no time left.
Used. Architect dashes forward, looks to threaten that Dragon Blade, but does not have to use it at the end, but he will get taken down. The attack visor finally comes down from Songboost on the flank. Gets one. Also take down Innovation, but he is going to be in no man's land, pushing around the back. He's got to get on the cart to help contest this one. Find some shots on Debate. They can't take him down, and now he's under fire. Bionic Field comes in to help keep him sustained, and nobody can tag in. They make a decent push, but the clock drains down. They cannot complete Nimbani. We'll have to see how X6 is going to be handling their attack and whether or not Architect is yet again going to be starting on that Sombra.
I can't remember which Overwatch League player it was who said this, made this joke. It's obviously a running joke now that when attack visors pull for the soldier, basically you just kill yourself. Like, you don't actually get to use anything. You know, the joke, a soldier's got a great ultimate, he presses Q and then immediately is killed by everyone. Songboost on this attack soldier with the Pharah, it worked really well. They were able to get on the high ground. They countered the composition of X6 with the no long-range hit scan. They got on the high ground instantaneously. Even Lucio and Zenyatta were up on the high ground there. They had total control. They easily got point A, but it took them so long to break through point 3 because the dive is just not coordinated. Songboost, Luckby, and Sansam need to be on the same page, whether that's Songboost playing the Tracer, the Genji, or in this case, the Soldier. They need to be on the same page in terms of what their target selection is, because if Sansam is trying to pocket for Songboost, but Luckby is trying to Primal Rage in a corner to kill a McCree who's basically in spawn, who can throw out his stun grenade, his flashbang, and shoot at the discorded Winston, then suddenly target priority is it's not, no one's on the same page. They're not able to work together on the same target or work together on the same objective. Because everyone has a different idea as to what should be happening on these pushes. Mechanically, every player on this Meta Athena roster is very strong, very talented. Songboost's aim, when you get to see the first person from him, you can see why he's been relegated to soldier duty, even over Innovation here. But when you're trying to get these pushes completed, and you've got 6 ultimates, you need to make sure to use them coordinated, use them correctly. Architect will be starting on the Genji on the attack here for dive. This is terrifying. Let's see if Meta Athena can protect Songboost here on the defense.
Moving forward, Architect yet again with a Genji. We'll see a Dragon Blade from him this time around, I'm sure. Didn't even have to use it to get that halt on the cart. Building up for it right now, getting those headshots in onto Luckby. Got the heals coming through from the Orb of Harmony, so he's perfectly fine to just sit right here where there's really no damage. But out with the Discord Orb, maybe persuade him a little bit. Tick started to come through, looking for the first one here as Luckby jumps up onto the high ground, immediately goes right back down. Bit of damage here. Again, you're going to have to get healed straight back up, but X6-Gaming already with a nice victory here with the 2 ticks coming in with relative ease.
Yeah, Meta Athena lost control of the high ground. They're going to have to try to fight back in here. They are being shut down at the moment.
That 3 kills going through, the Diva knocked out of the mech. X6 is going to have to go ahead and rejoin forces. Look for another push.
That was really well executed, actually. Sansam there was able to help burst through Rhea. Really good target party finally there to kill the Diva to allow Songboost to do damage.
Oh, and a massive stagger there onto Godspeed. Not sure where exactly he was lurking around, but Disme and Chris both found him.
Probably a right click, you have to guess. I wish that actually showed in the kill feed. They're going to hold this high ground right now. Here comes the dive from X6. They don't have that Dragon Blade yet. They're trying to build for it to break
the pulse. They go ahead, they get the stick, and Architect goes down, as well as the mech being popped. And yet again, Godspeed will get taken out. There's really nothing here for Baby to do without using that Transcendence. Actually, no, I say that, but Rhea with that Baby Diva pistol just goes ahead and takes down the enemy Tracer. Not the most frequent occurrence that we have here, but nice little breath of fresh air.
So Songboost has controlling this high ground right now. We are going to see the Nano.
They get Rhea. I mean, he was trying to poke out. He was trying to get back into the mech. Didn't really have to commit the Nano boost for that one, I feel, but they just wanted to, I guess they wanted to make sure that Luckby jumping forward by himself to get the execution
so this
on
time,
the D.Va just wouldn't die.
Yeah, this time X6 is going to have the Blade, though. The Blade is going to be how they want to break this. Knows the setup for meta. Athena Songboost still on the high ground, but very far back. If he could build attack visor right before this happens, that's exactly what the Helix Rocket is looking for. He can shut down the Genji with, you know, obviously beautiful tracking, as Atlas once said, but we'll see if he can make it happen. Blade is not pulled yet. They're trying to get into a better position.
Maybe low, that's going to be a Transcendence coming through. So Songboost with attack visor isn't going to be doing anything, just scratching at the surface, but like trying to get through a tank with a pistol, just can't really do it. Will be able to get no spine at the end of the Zenyatta ult. They build up, looking for that final tick yet again, but they can't quite get the completion on it. Just be taken out. Architect still holding onto the Blade, needs to get topped up, and Songboost has been forced back. 66 HP going to be sending him wrapping around the back side of the point as Luckby comes back forward. Pulse bomb tossed out, not going to find anything there for Godspeed. But they will get the kill onto Innovation. It seems like that cap, going to be completed here for X6. 3.5 minutes on the clock as they go into the Streets phase. And they didn't have to use too many ultimates there. They held the Transcendence and the Pulse.
Yeah, the Transcendence is why they won the tank battle. And once they won the tank battle, they just weren't willing to use the Blade. Godspeed was just running around the back line, killing people. Songboost survived, but he was down to like 20 health, so he was just basically irrelevant in the fight, couldn't do damage, and even though he's on the high ground, just couldn't shoot people, so Meta Athena was forced off there. And now X6, because they did the risky tactic where they saved ultimates and could have lost a lot more time, but now because they did take the risk, they are rewarded with this massive ult economy lead.
Here. Nano coming through here. Godspeed picked off already by the Helix Rockets, and Architect has to run because there's a very angry, very glowing monkey chasing him. We'll be able to get it with that final melee hit. Luckby still getting chunked down. Roki will be able to take it out with the help of Bebe. Both support ultimates available, but didn't use them there on the fight. Didn't help keep Architect alive and did not set up for that Dragon Blade.
The biggest and toughest point, you know, of this second point, like the Streets phase, as we call it, is to getting completion there, getting the checkpoint to go to point 3, point C. So they're going to try to save these big ultimates for that fight. That one, that's the hardest one to take.
And they need around the final corner. Get in that position, but we're going to hear that Dragon Blade coming out on the backside of the sound barrier, but he can't get onto Songboost. He's chasing in, looking for the kill there on that soldier, but cannot finish him off in the end.
Oh my god, he's just not going to get him.
Yeah, doesn't find him, and actually will get taken down to enough. Songboost with that kill, goes forward with attack visor, but immediately No Smite shows up with that Primal Rage and takes him down. Godspeed still cheating forward. Tries to get the kill there on the Luckby. He's got to get out of there. Leaps to safety back towards point C. Payload should move forward here. They should get this. Luckby's going to join back in. Delays for half a second. Then I'm going to be doing the same thing here as he gets popped out of the mech, but seems like a matter of time here for X6 to get this, but it's still just draining time off the clock. We started with 2.5 minutes. Now they have 3 as they start this final push.
You know, they were able to do a lot with that Dragon Blade, even though it didn't kill Songboost. It forced him away, forced it so he couldn't actually be in the fight, and then sure, he died trying to do that, but the tanks were able to out-sustain and outwin the tank fight after the squishies were pushed away. Even though we saw Songboost eventually go down, pushing him away was the biggest point. That was the biggest crux of this. And again, they finally used their ultimates where it mattered. They don't have them now, so this is going to be more of an eco shove here. They're going to look for building.
He's just going to go in, and they just go ahead and take down Disme. No Winston required. They'll just execute him there. Pulse bomb still ready to go, throws it in, sends something out of the mech, and then just gonna get an extra little pick off onto Songboost, who's just in the wrong place, wrong time. Godspeed going off with the Tracer, everybody around him.
Godspeed, I mean, he won this this map for them. Really right now. Now they can gatekeep everybody out of the spawn.
Yeah, functioning like a perfect unit right now. This X6 here for this final push. Meta Athena goes back in for the last ditch. Hold Luckby up into the air. He's got that Primal Rage, just trying to keep this one in contention. Self-destruct goes up, and now they're going to have to react. Disney goes in with that Transcendence. They get the pop on the Sansem yet again, and Songboost goes down. Managed to find No Smite. Decent time by his Architect. Has got 11 HP. Dashes up to the top side. Will get out safely. Picks up that health back, but he is being pursued.
Well, they got the whole team wipe and still weren't able to finish the point. They got aggressive there. It was the Transcendence coming out from Disme, who actually was the liability, the one who was killed. had no idea where the Tracer was. He died, which started the fight off good for X6, but when he respawned, I guess he saved them for the time being. They still got 80 seconds here, but that Transcendence allowed them to outlast. But another Dragon Blade's ready. Sound barrier's up. This is going to be their opportunity to get into the backline. He's looking for them. Can't find them, though.
He wants them to be a bit more condensed. He sees that they can go ahead and push for free here for the moment. Something truck comes down and Chris is going to be taken out, but they trade out for the enemy Lucio, and Roki does get eliminated there by Innovation. So just Tracer's killing Lucio's. Nothing new here, but Architect with another Dragon Blade is looking for multiple kills. Can't hit him. We'll just get the one, but Godspeed is doing the heavy lifting on the backside. The DPS eliminated. Sound barrier way too late there for Meta Athena. Use that. They get 3 members in. They still manage to hold on to this. X6 just kite back.
You know, but kiting back is a problem when you have the slower respawns than your opponent. You have to somehow continue the momentum. Architect wanted so badly to kill both supports, and he just was unable to find them, so held onto that Dragon Blade, then didn't have the sound barrier with it. When he finally pulled it out there, they've got one more shot at this realistically.
Yeah, 30 seconds, 25 now here left on the clock as the Transcendence comes through from Baby. They push forward, trying to get that D.Va out of the mech yet again. Since I'm going to be focused fire, and he will die. Songbooth going down as well. And it's just going to be that pesky little D.Va should be eliminated rather shortly. Pulse bomb down, finds 2. Everybody just piles onto it. Let's get down. I'll cover you. Everyone jumps on top of the grenade and nobody survives. Both supports die, and Godspeed, good God, what a wonderful performance on the Tracer.
3 back-to-back big moments looking for completion on that point to win them the map, and both times that came up big, the one where he killed Dismi and then the second time where he got both supports there, the fight was nearly over, but he got to have the flashy pulse bomb there at the end. He carried this push. There was a lot of discoordinated attacks on both teams. Don't want to give a ton of credit to even X6 on how coordinated their dive was. But remember, they're playing with Architect, a player that didn't field last week, and no one expected to even be in the running today, to be in the studio. So there's obviously some questions about coordination, but in terms of mechanical skill, Architect's blades are still fantastic when he can get the support for them, especially, which hasn't always been the case. But Architect has been greedy with these blades, trying to make sure he gets the support kills. It's why he's, when we have the camera shots of him where he's flying around the back line and he has a sound barrier, so when's he gonna pull the blade, when's he gonna pull the blade? He doesn't want to just swing at tanks. He wants those guaranteed kills. He's looking for those, but it's Godspeed, actually, who's finding them. The cool thing is when you have such a great and terrifying Genji player who's looking for secured kills, when he can't find them, you know that Godspeed's going to find him, because the support's got to be somewhere. If the Genji's not finding them, that's when suddenly off camera we see the pulse bomb double kill that Godspeed killed the supports in the backline. So really good execution, I guess, on X6 from their DPSs to kill those support lines. In terms of regular dive, though, and capitalizing on the picks that Godspeed and Architect had, it was a little bit shaky. They were a little bit passive at times when they could have gone further for the kill.
Yeah, there was a couple moments around Nimbani, the beginning of the Streets phase before they got around that final corner, even just the first couple attacks or the attempts there to get the cap onto point A. Those were a little bit shaky. So maybe Nimbani not the most practiced. It's kind of hard to say. For these guys, they do prefer Hollywood over Nimbani, so that will be a bit of a departure for them, different play style. But overall, they get the win, and Meta Athena, they look stronger here with their map picks, but still falling short, can't pick up that victory. They're going to have to turn things around when we come back from the break, because we're already going into map 3. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back.